When I knew I was going to be doing this service, I began to research, study, look at other faiths to see how accepting that lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, intersex, asexual, two-spirit people are accepted. Some of us, like yourselves, are very accepting. Others, the naysayers, are very hurtful, hateful, condemning, and making sure we have no place in the world or in God's kingdom. God does not love us, they say, and God will make sure we burn in hell forever in the pit. But then my thoughts turned, and I was thinking about Mount Zion. And when I was thinking about it, I picked up the directory, and I started looking at the pictures. And I was sitting there, and I'm looking at certain ones, and I'm going, oh yeah, they very much accepted me, and oh, I remember that one, and oh yes, she's got such a beautiful smile. And look at him, he always shakes my hand. And that started to make me feel better again. It started bringing up my spirits. Because then I felt your love and your acceptance. And I remember speaking with you and sharing my life adventures. And I finally remember the day you became an affirming church. The pride you still have for making that decision. This public square, I'm inspired to speak with confidence about Pi, as you have opened your arms to us, to me, as well as your hearts. Affirming churches have become a beacon to the LGBTQIA two-spirit community, as we are searching for hope, for acceptance, for inclusivity, for diversity, justice, and love. Slide, please. This is Marsha P. Johnson. She was one of our prominent figures in the Stonewall Uprising of 1969. The one question everybody asked her was, what does the P stand for? Well, she finally answered an interviewer one day, and she says, the P stands for, pay it no mind. And she uses a phrase sarcastically when questioned about her gender, saying it stands for, pay it no mind. Stonewall was and has become a landmark for the community as a call to action. Next slide, please. Quiz. What year did the United Church of Canada become affirming? Anyone? Dave? You're close. You're very close. 1988, it became an affirming place for all, so that we, like myself, can become ministers or lay leaders, and we all have positions within the church now. The P in that Pi stands for the United Church became public and loud on their stance on the LGBTQIA2S. First off, by admitting the wrongdoing to us, and then a publicly apology, allowing us to become ministers, being visible in the churches by showing their pride by hanging a flag in the entrance of many of their buildings. It allows people to see your public declaration and having more inclusive language in the church. With the I, it stands for intentionality. It's about making deliberate choices. Proper pronouns are very important. As you see on mine, it says, I'm a he and a him. On some of yours, it would be she and hers. Some others, it would be they, them, or theirs. I want to share a story, and I asked permission, and I did get permission for this, about someone that I know very close to me, and they're going to an affirming church here in London. And they wrote this, and this is what their words are. Feeling discouraged. My work surrounds me with lovely humans a great deal of the time. People with kind and generous hearts who give much of their time, talent, and treasure to make life better for others, many of whom they don't even know. But some of these kind, generous people show me by their words that they don't see me. I am misgendered on a daily basis after repeatedly asking more than a few of them to respect and use my pronouns. I don't believe anyone intends any disrespect, but the effect it leaves on me, that I'm feeling ignored and not taken seriously, it hurts me to be called he. I spent 5 decades of my life feeling broken and ashamed of myself for not being he enough, for being a walking defect, a freak, a disappointment. When others see me as someone other than the non-binary, agender self that I have come to discover and love after so many years of pain and self-loathing, it hurts me. I don't have the energy to correct them, so I feel worse, defeated, exhausted by the struggle that comes with having to constantly reassure myself that it isn't me or all in my head, that I'm not a mistake. My friends, if you're reading this, can you try to remember consciously, make the effort, even if you slip up every now and then, to use my pronouns? It matters. Thank you for listening to me. I screw up, and I'm part of that community. But the moment I do, I try to correct myself right away, or Detana will help me and remind me. And we do it back and forth with each other, so that way we remember these people's pronouns. It's something that really means a difference to them. And just last year, I was at a meeting, a public pride meeting, and I was misgendered as a she. They looked straight at me and said, she will take the hours. She will hand those out. And I sat there and I'm going, did I change? And I went home and I looked in the mirror and all that dysphoria washed over me again, because I've tried for so long to look as I am, a he, in my mind and in my heart. And that's what my body and my mind tells me. But yet that really did hurt, and it still hurts to this day. The E in P.I.E stands for our clear message. Being explicit means leaving absolutely no room for doubt, stepping out of our comfort zones, as you have by affirming and becoming a part of the community, clearly stating our values and standing firmly on them, and letting people know they're safe in this house when they walk in here and no one can come in and hurt us. We are the beacon in the dark for those who need a safe harbor to come when they are beaten, battered, tired, weary. Not another place of condemnation or judgment, for we already have that in our homes and our families. Here we look for love and acceptance. Your message to us should be that we are safe. So fly that flag and let us see it. The Power of P.I.E reminds me of our roommate. Some of you know we have a roommate. Most of you don't know yet. When we moved into our townhouse 8 years ago, about 2 months later, a roommate moved in. She keeps her place really neat and tidy. She's very quiet. But when push comes to shove, she is very bit the power of P.I.E. She lets everyone in our neighborhood know this is her ground and I belong here as much as you do. Slide, please. This is our roommate. We named her Cecile. She's very well known in our community and in our neighborhood, and everybody lets her be. Our condo board, we don't know if they know, but whenever they come around, everybody protects her, and they kind of hide her little hole around our house with flowers or whatever so they can't see her. She has a public appearance. She's very intentional when she sprays, which thank goodness is not too often because our bedroom window's just above that. And she's explicit about keeping herself safe and her kids when she has them. Think about it. She's been with us for 8 years, and Detana and I swear she watches over us as an angel. Because in those 8 years, we've never had any trouble at our condo, which is lovely because even when we have dogs, sometimes somebody does something around your house. Other people had their places spray painted. We didn't. Nobody comes near us. And I swear it's because of our Cecile. And skunks are very peaceful, peace-loving, non-aggressive animals. But yet, if you upset Cecile, you're going to regret it. Slide, please. This is our collective voice, and I'd like you to read these points with me together. Our public actions send a powerful message. Everyone is valued, everyone is loved, and everyone belongs. For the I, intentional, our deliberate actions. Let's read this together, please. It's about being mindful of the words we use, such as proper pronouns, the resources we share, and the spaces we create. We step out of our comfort zone. And now for the E, our explicit, our clear message. Our explicit commitment is a promise to never shy away from the hard work of building a better, more inclusive world. And that stands for PI. Public, intentional, explicit. We will be public in our support. We will be intentional in our actions. And we will be explicit in our message. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one simple step. Putting one foot in front of the other, and we journey together. So let us do that together with courage, with love, with unshakable belief that we can make a difference. Leah Remini said it best in her book, Troublemaker. And if y'all remember, Leah Remini's from the Church of Scientology, and she's walked away. And they've now deemed her a anti-Christ. But this is what she said in her book. Let's face it, normal is boring. We have something to offer the world. In some way, but not being our authentic selves, we are robbing the world of something different, something special. That is you. That is me. That is us. Thank you, and hope you enjoy your pie today.